What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to be showing you everything I do to my hair in the morning. It's going to be very simple. It's going to be straight to the point. Let's hop straight into this. But before we do, if you've been growing out your hair for a while and you need a little bit of extra help, I got a free hair routine template going over everything you should be doing to your hair from day 1 to day 7 of managing your curls. It's completely free. The link for that will be down below in the description. Now, I know a lot of you guys get confused on what to do to your hair in the morning. I've taught you guys how to do your curly hair routines. I've taught you how to maximize wash day, make it quicker and everything, how to dry your hair, all of that, the entire process. But what happens when you go to sleep and then you wake up in the morning and all that progress is gone? Now, this is what I do. Now, if you've taken my advice before, you know that I have suggested that you use the banding method. I don't use the banding method anymore. And if you're not familiar with the banding method, it's simply when you wrap a bunch of satin scrunchies around your hair to preserve its length, keep it in a stretched state so it's easier to maintain. My hair has gotten to a length where I don't really need to use the banding method anymore, right? It just doesn't work for me specifically because I'm a very lazy person. I want to try and see what can I get away with without having to do the most. So for me, all I do is put on my bonnet and go to bed. So I'm going to walk you through the process right now. My hair is still in the bonnet, just as if I got up, right? And it's going to be very simple. I'm going to take it off. I try to throw my hair back, right? So this is how my hair is looking straight out of the bonnet. You can see the back. The back is kind of flat. It's not too flat, right? You can see how it is. That's what we got going on. But it's definitely a little bit more flat in the back. Now, I am currently operating on day 3 hair. Day 3/4 hair right now. All I'm going to do. Now, I've been growing out my hair for 4 years. I've gotten a few trims. So it's probably around if you would just grow your hair for 3 years. You could probably do this once your hair is 3 years. Maybe even 2 years. Depending on the length you got, right? All I'm going to do. Shake my head to one side. Shake my head to the next side. And I'm going to keep doing that. Okay, watch the technique. One side, you want all the weight of your hair to go to one side and then to the next side. Now, what is this doing besides making us look super crazy and like we don't have no sense, right? What this is doing is loosening up your curls that may have been crushed together. So if you defined your curls on your wash day using your curl gel or whatnot, your curls should be in a defined shape. They should be separated. But when you go to sleep, the weight of your head is gonna bring smush them together. So all we need to do is kind of loosen that. If you were to just go in with your hands, you would be destroying the curl definition. So you've probably seen the shake method before. You're essentially just doing that, except your hair is already dry now. So we're gonna do that again. I'm also looking in this mirror so I can know exactly what's going on. So we've loosened up a lot. If you feel as though the hair still isn't loosened, then you could shake your head from side to side as well. I like to do a mix. Now, just from doing that couldn't have taken more than a minute, right? You can see my hair has loosened up quite a bit. And honestly, to be real with you, I would just go out like this. That is my entire morning routine from at least day 2 to day 4 or 5. And then after day 5 is usually when I wash my hair. I might stretch it to day 7. But this is literally all I do in the morning when it comes to refreshing my curls. I don't have to pick it out. I don't have to wet it. If you style it good and you use a gel that has a lot of hold, you won't have to wet it. But I'll show you very briefly what you could do if you're on day 5, day 7, and you want to refresh your curls. So you really have 2 different options. You could just spray your hair with water. Now what this will do is it will reactivate the products that are already in your hair. So you won't have to add any more product. The only downside of doing this is that your hair will become frizzier, right? So I would only do this, let's just say day 4, day 5, day 6, coming up to when I'm going to wash my hair, just to get some extra life out of it, because it's going to reactivate the product that's already in there. You don't want to do this on day 2. You don't want to do this on day 3 because it's going to make your hair frizzier and it's not going to last as long, right? So you could do that. What you could also do is refresh with the same gel that you use. Now, you guys know that I love to use Camille Rose. It's my favorite product. And if you want to know what products you should get, I got a list of the 48 best hair products for low porosity and high porosity hair. The link for that will also be in the description. But I also add some extra information in there for you. I literally rate the products. And for my 18 favorite products, I give you with stats cards that literally measure its effectiveness from slip, affordability, moisture, all that great stuff. So if you're interested in that, the link for that will be in the description. But as for refreshing, what you're going to want to do, I'll just use an example in the front because that's what I'm able to see. You're just going to lightly wet it, spray a little bit of water on it. And you're just going to do this to the curls that are like misbehaving, right? So you're going to get some of your gel, right? The Camille Rose. Get a little bit. This is how much I'm using. Probably could go with less. And then you're just going to reapply it to that hair. Reapply that to the hair. You're not rewashing your hair. You're not rinsing out your hair. You're just lightly wetting it. And then you could do whatever curls you usually do. I'm just going to do a light finger coil just to get that definition. And then boom. As you can see, the curl is refreshed. Now what you'll do is you're not going to do this to every single strand of hair that's on your head. That would take literally forever, and you might as well just rewash your hair. But you can do this in certain areas where you realize you got a lot more frizz, right? So I can't particularly see because it's a little dark in here. But if, say, there's a little bit more frizz on this side, I might just go in and do like maybe 3 or 4 curls just to make it seem like that definition is still there, make it look better than it did before, right? Or same thing if it was on this side. So if you notice in the back that it's a little bit frizzier, I'll even take an example. We'll take this one. I can't really see what I'm doing, but spray it with some water. You don't have to comb your hair. Just gonna try and naturally separate the curls because I know this one is definitely very frizzy. Okay, now that I have that separated a little bit, spray it with water one more time. Take in some gel. Very small amount now. You don't need a lot. Small amount of gel. I'm gonna smooth that over it. And sometimes you're gonna feel like you need to separate it into different curls. That's fine. Smooth it down. Me personally, I'm gonna do a little bit of a finger coil. Just a little coil there. It's not the most defined, right? But it's a good way to stretch out your wash and goes, make them last a little bit longer. All you have to do is add a little bit of gel to certain areas where you feel like you need it. Let me see if I could get that in the camera for you guys. So yeah, these are the two. Dang, that looks weird. That looks weird in comparison. But you want to do it around your head to make sure that it looks a little bit even. But those are the two techniques that I use in the morning to refresh my curls. I'll use the shake method to loosen up the curls. And if there's any area that I feel needs a little bit more definition, take a little bit of the gel that you used before, spray a little water, wet your hair, reactivate the product, add a little bit more, smooth it through the hair strand, separate where it naturally separates. You could even do a little finger coil. And that's all you have to do to refresh your hair in the morning. I want to further reiterate, you don't need to pick through your hair. Don't need to rewash your hair. You don't need to wet, or well, not wet, but you don't need to rinse out your hair, because if you rinse your hair, you're just going to be washing out the product that you use to style it, and then you'll have to start all the way from the beginning. Now, what if your hair is a little bit shorter? If your hair is short, and I would say, let's say anywhere between anything shorter than 6 months or 3 inches, right? What you might want to do is you might just want to mist your hair with water, because your hair won't really be long enough to curl, but you want to mist your hair with water. And if you are going to take the pick to the halfway point of your hair. You know what? In fact, I'm going to show you a demonstration, because some of y'all don't understand when I use words. So I'm going to show you. All right. So this is the pick that I like to use. It's a nice galaxy themed, looks cool, right? What I'm going to do is, let's say I'm picking out this side of my hair. Now my hair is really long. So you're going to go towards the root of your hair. The root. And you're going to light tug Notice how I didn't even go more than a centimeter, right? A light tug just to give me some more volume, right? I'm going to go to this side. Put it close to the root, light tug upwards. What this is going to do is it's going to give your hair some more volume without the breakage, because breakage only occurs at the ends of your hair. So if you're not combing the ends of your hair, more than likely you're not going to be experiencing breakage unless you are using an insane amount of force. And if that's what you're doing, then I can't help you, right? So if you're going to use a pick to the halfway point of your hair just for some volume. Do not pick all the way through, because that's going to lead to breakage. And then you're going to be in my comments telling me that your hair don't grow. And I tried to tell you. I tried to save you. I tried to be the hair messiah. But no. You decided you wanted to be like the hair Pharisees and go and do your own thing. So those are the strategies that I use to refresh my hair in the morning. This was a little bit more of a chill video. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask them down below in the comments. I like to use these videos to just narrow down on one topic and just explain it to the best of my ability and show you exactly what I'm doing. So make sure that if you like this video, hit that like button, show me a little bit of support. It really helps me to keep going with making these videos and making this content for you guys. And if you did like this video, you're definitely gonna like this one, so I advise you check it out. I talk a little bit about how to know if your hair is actually growing. So if you're feeling discouraged, there may be some signs that you're not recognizing. So make sure that you watch that video next. That's all for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.